is talking about the troubadour and trouvère tradition. So you will be, not today, but very likely Tuesday, because we're going to do a noble start. Yeah, that's when that will start. So we'll just do two today. So we've got Crystal, who's going to talk about the pilgrimage phenomenon in the medieval period, the pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela, and then we've got Gabriel, who's going to be talking about the Crusades and the French kings. And it's kind of 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, but actually, when it comes to pilgrimage, that pilgrimage got started rolling before the Crusades. So Crystal, why don't you start first with your little thing? She did a lot of work already. So this would be great.
Do I look up the things on here?
Yeah, boot them up. Just lose what I got there. Yeah. Or put in a, put in a new address or type in YouTube or whatever it is you want to look at.
Sorry about that.
Just some of the terminology I think Crystal gets started.
Thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Crystal. My research project is on Santiago de Compostela. First off, let me start by saying that the being of Saint James is actually the name Santiago. Saint James is Apostle James, and all of those equal Santiago. He was a person who went to the utmost northern western part of Spain that was called by the Romans Finis Terrae, which means end of the world, and Valencia, to preach and convert people to Christianity. After returning to the Holy Land, Palestine, in the 44 AC, he was taken prisoner by Cordes of Ripa, how do you pronounce it? And was put to death. Some say by being beheaded, and some say by being tortured to death. But either way, he was dead. The king forbade anybody to bury him at all. But as you most know, that never happened. So his apostles actually took his body, and here's where it goes from folklore to what they say happened. They say that after he returned and was put to death, his body was taken, and suddenly, miraculously, out of nowhere, a marble boat, came and took them to the province capital of Ira, where the apostle was buried and never seen again. But the folklore has it that they managed to get his body to Jaffa, and they found a stone ship that conducted them to Ira. Back to Valencia. When they came back to Valencia, they asked the pagan queen, Loba, she-wolf, for permission to bury the body. But yet again, she did not very much like what he had done to her people, and was very annoyed that he was even asking. So she said, sure, of course, you can bury the dead person on my land, but what you first must do is cross this big sacred mountain that way past that you'll find oxen, 2 oxen that will help you carry this sarcophagus that also say that it was made out die. But this dragon saw the cross that they were holding and magically exploded. After that, they had passed the mountain, were looking for the oxen, yet again, to their veil, found two raging wild bulls. So yet again, if the dragon didn't kill them, she wanted the bulls to. But yet again, they saw the cross, and it calmed them enough to be able to put the sarcophagus and then carry it away to where they were buried. So after he's dead, his body hasn't been found, no history of where it would be. So here's a little bit of music of what you would hear during the pilgrimage. The name then became later on turned into Compostela. Bishop Theodorus also received notice of the event and instituted an investigation. So the tomb and relics of Apostle James was discovered. King Alphonse II declared that St. James, the patron of his empire, and built a chapel in its place. It was reported that he did several miracles, even said to have fought side by side with King Romerio first, in a decisive battle against the Moors. Pilgrims followed the way the same way as St. James, so much that the chapel was later turned into a cathedral. One of the biggest importance of the town was that Pope Alexander III declared it a holy town, just like Jerusalem or Rome. Pope Calvinisto II declared that any pilgrim who came during the holy year will be free of all sin, which meant if you came on a day where the Apostles' Day landed on Sunday, then you were free of all sins that you had committed throughout your whole life.
What a bargain.
Although in 1884, Bolt of Pope Leo VIII, accepted the authenticity of the relics of Compostela, but the Vatican still refuses or still has its doubts that it was St. James's relics that they had found, but still promotes people to go. But Celtic legends made it to be that that Valencia was actually where souls of the dead gathered to follow the sun across the sea, and those unworthy of the land of the dead haunted the sailors.
Good. Crystal, did you